Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I recently made the bold and brave decision to redeem some of my Ulta points. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do something like redeem my Ulta points, I always try to squeeze as many products as I can out of those points. Like when it's just my money, I'm like $40 for a foundation, boom, there you go. But when it came to my Ulta points, I didn't want to get anything too expensive because I didn't want to, spend it all in one place per se. But at that time, there were a bunch of LA Girl products on sale. So that is what we're checking out today, and we're gonna wear test and all of that jazz. So if you're new here, my name's Haley. Thanks so much for stopping by. I would really appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my channel before you go. And let's just go ahead and get started with the thing, shall we? Here we go. I would say 9.5 times out of 10, I order an eyeshadow palette, and when I get it, it's smaller or at least about the same size as I was expecting. Rarely do I get a palette that is much larger than I was expecting, but that is absolutely the case with Little Miss Break Free Eyeshadow Palette from LA Girl. This thing is big. This is a big old palette. I was expecting it to be more like this size, but no, she's a big one. And it's one of those like, anyways, let's open her up and take a look. Oh, nifty. Let me pull this thing off. Isn't that pretty? And I mean, if you come around my channel often, then you probably already know that like this is my kind of color story. I love a good cool tone, pink, mauve, purple moment. So I'm pretty excited for this palette. And it's got a good balance of some kind of lighter tone mattes, more mid-tone mattes, and then some light mid-tone darker shimmers as well. It's got a lot going on. I do want to swatch them real quick. Ugh, I hate it when they put them on the back like this and you have to like, ooh, these shimmers, girl. So this one's called Delicate. It's just a really light tan matte shade. This one's called Flutter. Ooh. This one's called Soul. Ooh. This one's called Butterfly. Ooh. This one's called Whimsical. Ooh. This one's called Wildflower. Oh. This one's called Mile High. Oh my gosh. That is such a cool reflect. And then this is Breathtaking. Fabulous. This one's called Simplicity. Ooh, that's nice. This one's called Sky. Ooh. This one, y'all. This one's called Fairy Dust. Oh my God. And then this one's called Graceful. Ooh, very nice. This one I think is gonna be really cool. This one's called Flaunt. Ooh, bish. What? This one's called Dusk. This one's called Explore. And then this one's called Wingin' It. It's just a matte black. Bam, there it is. Ah! And by the way, this palette normally retails for $15, but I got it on sale for $11. So a 16 pan palette with these big old pans, that's not a bad deal, man. That is not a bad deal. Those are big pans. Those are really big pans. I'm sorry to keep picking on you, Milani, but you're just sitting right here. Look at that. Girl, this palette was $20. This palette was $11. But we still have to see how it performs, so let's not get too overexcited. I'm just gonna take this big fluffy brush and I'm gonna start with this guy right here. This one's called Graceful. So pretty messy in the pan, but that's not a big deal. Okay, that's actually quite nice. I'm currently kind of wishing that I had used a different brush in the crease, something more precise, because frankly, this is more pigmented than I was expecting it to be, so, but in a good way. But let's grab something more precise now. Now I'm gonna use some of this shade called Simplicity to kind of deepen things up a little bit. I'm quite enjoying this so far, I have to say. All right, so this shade Fairy Dust, the light purple shimmer, oh my gosh. And there are a lot of different textures of these shimmers, like some of them are kind of glittery, some of them are more metallic. I think, okay, I'm actually going to go with this pink shimmer called Flutter. Okay, cute, cute. I quite like it. I do have a good bit of fallout on my face, so just something to note about the palette. Moving on, I have the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. That is quite a name. I got the shade Porcelain. That's the tricky thing with these more affordable brands. It looks like it might be kind of yellow on me. Cool. And they also have a matte one. Y'all know I normally go for a more matte finish, but reading the reviews on Ulta, I was a little bit worried. Nice, it has a pump. It just sounded like from some of the reviews that I read that it was a very, very dry matte formula. And my skin has been pretty combo lately, especially as the weather's been changing. So I decided to go for the more illuminating one, but I'm still kind of scared. And I really hope that this color doesn't make me look ridiculous because I have to go to work today. I really don't know a lot about this foundation as far as like coverage or, I mean, obviously I kind of have an idea of the finish. Okay, that's a good kind of intermediate between being a very stiff consistency and being very loose liquidy. Like you can see it's running a little bit, but it's not too bad. All right, here we go. Okay, that's pretty light coverage. It smells kind of funny. It's not like bad, just kind of funny. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, there is nothing that can help hide some of the texture that's on my skin right now, but this doesn't look amazing. I gotta be honest. I just am not crazy about the way it's looking on my skin right now. Maybe it'll be better once I powder, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get my powder ready because this is the order that I do this in. I'm gonna put concealer on, powder it, put on my cream blush, and then powder the rest of my face. So I have kind of a back and forth type of thing that I have to do. Okay, but I do have this LA Girl Pro Powder HD High Definition Setting Powder. I feel like it's the HD powders that are normally the ones that give you flashback, right? And this is a pretty freaking white powder. I will show you in a moment. Okay. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. Very white powder. But I do have the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer here, and I got the shade Cool Nude. That one actually gave us an undertone, if that's what it was meaning by cool anyways. Oh, that's different. Okay. It's a little brush thing. Okay. I'm pretty impressed, TBH'd, by this concealer. It's quite full coverage. Now I'm gonna set my under eyes real quick because I do not mess around when it comes to my under eyes. Gotta set that ASAP. Whoa! This powder doesn't look this white in my mirror. Oh my. I'm not trying to beg here, what? Oh my, okay. gosh, you guys, what is this powder doing? Okay, cool. That really brightened up my under eyes, didn't it? Okay. Okay. Let me put some cream blush on real quick. Yeah, I don't know if I like this powder very much. Like, it's not blending very well. Maybe I'm supposed to use a brush for it, but I don't typically use a brush when I set my foundation. I could, but I don't want to, so. And this might be more like a powder for baking, so maybe it's designed to stay put for a reason, I don't know. Doesn't blend super great. Yeah, I don't like this powder. It's not what I would call good. It's just kind of chalky and it doesn't blend very well with my sponge. Okay, let me get some bronzer on real quick. By the way, I also bought a blush from LA Girl from Ulta, but that's what happens when you send people their products in a bag, Ulta. What's next? This is the LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil. Now, they like did not mess around with the packaging. It has been a challenge getting some of these things open. I got the shade Espresso. Okay, this color's a little warm for me. It's okay, but I still like my ColourPop brow pencil much better for sure. I have this eyeliner, LA Girl Fineline Long Lasting Fine Tip Liquid Eyeliner. But it's like this teal color, which is a really pretty color. I don't know if I'm brave enough to try it with this eye look though. I'm not gonna try this one today, but I will come back to this one. Let me finish up my eyes real quick and we'll come back for the lip products. Lash glue is still drying, but I figured we could go ahead and jump into, oh boy. All right, please stand by for the next 20 minutes while I try to get this off of this lip liner. So let's see, this is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner, and I got the shade Enduring Mauve. Sounds like my kind of shade. Excuse me, lashes, please remain in your seats. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, work. This liner is a little tricky. It's a little tricky, but it's a pretty color. Maybe a little pinker than I would like it to be for this particular look, but let's just keep going because I also have a lipstick. This is I got cut off and I didn't realize it, but I just kind of decided that these shades were a little too bright pink and I just didn't feel like they really worked with the eye look that I have on right now, but that's what they look like. So anyways, I just went in with my Believe Beauty. Love this stuff. It's also pretty affordable, so. But whew, there we are, maked up. And so we got to see how everything is gonna wear. So I will be back at the end of the day to check in on everything and see how it goes. As of right now, I kind of have a feeling that I know how it's gonna go, but you know, we'll see. We never quite know. So I'll be back. I'm so ready to take all this crap off my face and take my eyelashes off. Let me consult with the most honest mirror that I know. Please hold. Ooh. Okay, let me get up here. Can you see on the side of my nose? Please excuse Miss Pimple sitting there in the corner. This side's a little gross too, and then I've got like little dry patch right there. For the most part, it's not bad. Like, this part of my nose has been pretty dry lately, so I have to just keep exfoliating it because it just kind of gets like flaky, the skin does there. And then I also have this lovely pimple just chilling, so that doesn't help much. But everywhere else, the foundation really held up. Like, I gotta say, it looks pretty good, other than like right here and then this one little dry patch. Otherwise, my forehead definitely is a little bit shiny, feels a little bit oily, but otherwise everywhere else, like my chin doesn't look bad. I would say it's not bad. I think I'm gonna have to wear it again. Where'd she go? Because I feel like this morning I just didn't like the way that it looked on my skin after initial application. But then also this powder is garbage. Where did it go? Oof. Girl, I did not enjoy this powder. Ugh. I just don't like the texture. It's just like chalky and like I realize it's powder, but I want to describe it as powdery. That makes sense. So I think I'm gonna see if I can return this, because here's the thing. Do I have a little bit of a moral dilemma with returning makeup? Yes, because I know that they can't do anything with it, so they're just gonna have to throw it away. But I also have a moral dilemma with giving this powder to like a friend or something, because I don't want to give them a garbage powder. So I can either return it to Ulta and get store credit, or I can just throw it away myself. So I also got this lip mousse. I want to put this on real quick because I knew that the shade was just not going to work with my look today, but I still want to try it, and I'm about to take my makeup off, so. Isn't this a look, girl? Ooh, okay. And then this one was just too bright pink. This one was like, it's a cute pink, but it just felt like when I put it on earlier, because I got cut off while I had put it on. When I put it on earlier, it just kind of felt like too loud for the eye look. Also, it smells a little weird. And then this one, I actually really like the texture of this one. It's very smooth and silky and was super duper easy to apply. I wish that the shade was different though, because it seems like a good formula. The brow product, I would give like a B. It just wasn't really my shade, and even the product itself, I felt like was a little bit waxy and didn't buff out as easily as like my ColourPop one. That's kind of my standard, is my ColourPop one. Then it's you know, it's okay. The lip liner, I really didn't like the lip liner that much. The shade was cute, still a little bit too loud, I thought, for my eye look, but it just was kind of tricky to work with. I felt like I just kind of made a mess with it. So not my favorite, but it was cute. The concealer, I am pleasantly surprised. I am pleasantly surprised with this concealer. I think it still looks really good. And I think if I had said it was something better than this garbage, I probably would like it even more. Ooh, yes. And I will keep you updated on this little eyeliner. Actually, screw it. Let me do it right now because I'm about to take my makeup off. I think if I wasn't trying to put it over purple eyeshadow and black eyeliner, that it would look better. So I'm definitely gonna play with this again. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow. But the tip is a little bit, it's very small, as you can see. And I feel like I need to put the cap back on because I'm concerned that it's gonna dry. I feel like this is probably gonna dry out really quickly. The tip is very, very small, very fine, but I like that about it, because it was easy to make a very precise wing, but I didn't like it about it because it made it a little bit harder to just sort of like glide it over that area. So this is nifty. It was the only shade that they had when I bought it, so I'll have to see if they have any more, because that was, I mean, that's cute, right? I mean, I'm just all over the color wheel right now, but and then finally we gotta talk about her. This is the part when I see you, I'm sure Miss Break Free Palette, 100% approved, A+. I love it. I feel like the shadows kind of remind me of ColourPop, but like slightly lesser in quality than ColourPop. Just because the shadows are pretty messy. Like, I got quite a bit of fallout from the shimmers especially. The shimmers looked really good, and this is, you know, the end of the day, I think it still looks really good, right? Am I wrong?
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
If this color story isn't your particular gig, they had like 3 other palettes that were just like this one, but like different color stories, you know? You might check that out. I don't know if it's still on sale, but even when it's not on sale, this palette is $15. So that's a really good deal, I feel like. I really like it. I definitely see myself reaching for it again. So the win of the day was the palette. Honestly, not surprised that the palette was the win. So let me know what you guys think about LA Girl. What products did I miss? What other fun drugstore brands should I check out next? Definitely let me know. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!